Guys, we have a big breaking news coming out. Another powerful earthquake hit Afghan. Tremors felt in Islamabad and other parts of Pakistan. Another powerful earthquake. I want to take you straight to the USGS earthquake map and show you some of these earthquakes. Also, Nevada got hit too. Okay, so Nevada also got hit. Alright, so we're going to start with this one here. 5.6 magnitude earthquake strikes Afghanistan 10 kilometers, and it was felt in Pakistan and Islamabad. Now, 5.6, again, to a lot of people, it's not a strong magnitude. It is for Afghan. Remember, their houses is not earthquake proof. Okay, it's not earthquake proof. A 6.0 caused this. A 6.0 caused this event. Give me a second here. Here we go. So 6.0 caused this. Afghan earthquake number toll reaches 2,200 gone from a 6.0 magnitude. A 6.0. As race to reach survivors continues 4 days later. And that number is going to go up. The USGS are saying that it could go up to like 10,000 from a 6.0, which a lot of people are saying that it's a small magnitude. It's very sad. You have to learn about where these earthquakes are striking. The location is very important. Afghan is not California. California has earthquake-proof buildings. Afghan, most of the houses are clay. It's just not built strong when it comes to withstanding strong magnitudes. All right, so we're gonna get to all this news here, guys. But at the same time, I want to show you this one here. 3.0, well, a 3.5 struck Nevada. A 3.5 struck Nevada. Nevada is shaken. There was a 3.5, 12.9 kilometers. All right, experts are saying that everything is just, the streets and everything just opening up and stuff like that. There's also reports of volcanic activity going on in certain parts of the Pacific Ocean. So you do have another one, a 3.0. This one is 6.3 kilometers. So you guys get the picture. There's volcanic activity. Nevada's getting struck. Afghan is getting hit. We're going to see what's going on with all this news here, guys. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Please try to understand this is a real news that's coming out right now. A lot of people see this as not a breaking news. This is a breaking news. Please try to understand, guys. Please try to understand this. Many have been taken out. More than 2,000 has been taken out. There's still many out there trapped. This is a real news. Please try to understand and respect the comments box. I have blocked many comments. They're not going to come back. They're not going to come back. Please try to respect. Please send prayers to the families and friends that lost their loved ones from this strong 6.0 magnitude earthquake. Now there's a 5.6, which, by the way, it was a 5.4, but it was upgraded to a 5.6. The number told from the devastating earthquake that hit eastern Afghan jumped to at least 2,205 on Thursday, 4 days after the trembler toppled homes as people slept. Afghan, you have Taliban rulers, said 3,640 more were confirmed injured from the quake, which struck the country's Kunar and other region provinces at about 11:40 p.m. local time on Sunday night. Aid workers and first responders were still racing on Thursday to find any survivors, officials said. Amid the destruction and with help slow to reach many parts of heavily impacted Kunar province, survivors have buried many of the DEAD in mass graves in line with the you know what tradition that dictates quick burials. Man, that's what's happening right now. That is what's happening right now. That is what's happening right now. So they are finding the bodies and they quickly just burying them. Man. Hey, my condolences and prayers to the families and friends that lost their loved ones. So that is my daughter. The other is my sister. This grave is my brother's. And that one is my mother's. And that is my father, along with my brother. Wazir, 25 years old, resident, told Afghan News Network, pointing to a small row of, oh man, like, guys, this is just hurt. It's painful. I mean, this man buried his basically entire family. It's just very sad. Very sad. So the worst hit villages are in remote parts of the province, and many roads have been blocked by a landslide triggered by the tremor. On Wednesday, the administration Ministry of Interior shared a video with news showing police and first responders working to clear a path by moving large rocks with their bare hands. This is why the 5.6 is considered powerful, because this 6.0 really did a lot of damage. So now they're putting some of these earthquakes as powerful. All right, that's the reason why. Some rescue workers have walked for miles. I totally apologize about the advertisement there. Thank you so much to the article. I did post a video, but they really did see me in that one. Some rescue workers have walked for miles to reach the affected areas. All right. Hopefully, I don't get hit hard by that advertisement. Some emergency crews have been flown in by helicopter, but in some affected villages, the rough terrain makes it impossible for helicopters to land. And the officials, ministers of defense, said it was sending commandos down by rope to help people. One team had to walk for over 12 miles to reach villages cut off by rock falls, carrying medical equipment on their backs with the help of community members. Now it says here the UN and the WHO said Thursday that it was scaling up its emergency response in Afghanistan and warned that the number was still likely to rise over the coming days, as it is feared entire families have been under rubble and not yet accounted for. Man, more than 6,782 homes have been out in the earthquake, the 6.0 earthquake, leaving thousands of individuals homeless and in harsh conditions. Hospitals are overwhelmed with the influx of severely impacted patients, many in need of urgent surgery and critical medical. The earthquake struck mountainous and remote part of Afghanistan. And, okay, so I'm going to have to read this part here. This news article is really being strict on this one here. Give me a second. I'm going to have to block this image. Like I said, I don't want to get hit hard by this platform. So the earthquake struck mountainous and remote parts of Afghanistan, and there have been significant aftershocks. We just witnessed one of 5.6. It says here, aftershock driving many families to sleep out in the open and far from their homes, most of which were not built to withstand earthquake. You hear that? Listen, please, to those out there that keep saying these are little small, this ain't powerful, Lewis. Again, homes, most of which were not built to withstand earthquake. Do you understand? Again, I'm going to leave this link in the description box. Please try to understand that. It's the location that matters, all right? This 6.0, let's say if it strike Cali, Cali could withstand something like that, all right? I mean, many people's going to feel it, but it could withstand something like that. It ain't going to be catastrophic. But to other regions like the Mideast, a lot of their homes, it's not strong. Please try to understand that. And I used to build houses in Puerto Rico. And again, Puerto Rico houses, a lot of them were meant to withstand hurricanes and stuff like that. Some of them possibly, perhaps earthquake. But if Puerto Rico get hit with a 6 point plus, a lot of those will come down. All right, so again, please try to understand. Even though it's a 5.6, to them, it's considered strong magnitude. All right, so most of which were not built to withstand earthquake, despite the region being prone to seismic activity. Now, the disaster struck as Afghan was already struggling through a humanitarian crisis. Man, give me a second here, guys. I'm going to have to read the rest like this because something's wrong with the news article. I guess they're adding advertisements. And I don't want to show these pictures because I could get hit hard in this platform. The Afghan Gov, along with international aid organizations, have launched an appeal for donations to help the survivor. According to the Norwegian Refugee Council, local resources in Kuna have been stretched to breaking point. So communities in the valleys have lost almost everything: their family, homes, livestock, and vital water channels. In the aftermath, makeshift camps are sheltering 50 to 100 women and young ones per tent, with no access to proper wash facilities, the charity said in a statement. Families with young ones are deeply traumatized, with some young ones having been trapped under rubble for several hours before being rescued. Now, the official spokesman shared several bank account numbers seeking private donations, saying any funds would go to help those in need. On Wednesday, Minister of Foreign Affairs Amir called on the country's diplomats abroad to seek aid from their host nations, charitable organization, and well-wishers. Now, it says here, this person, I'm going to skip that name, ambassador in Qatar, told the news that foreign ministers had instructed Afghan envoys to open condolence books at embassy and to explain the situation and the urgent needs of the quake victims. We have given details of the situation on ground. The rest is for the others to decide about their assistance. Wow. It says here, a number of countries have come forward to offer aid funding, but given the extent of the damage, much more will likely be needed. The fact that many foreign powers, including the sleeping giant, the US, and most other Western nations, have refused to recognize, again, the Gov as Afghan legitimate Gov since it retook control in 2021 will make securing the needed emergency funding more difficult, according to analysts. The earthquake is another reminder that the people of Afghan suffer from not having a Gov recognized at the UN. A number of international aid mechanisms, such as the World Bank financial or financing, would otherwise have activated to support the vulnerable. They should just do it now. I can understand that they don't recognize the Talib, who, as Gov, but at this moment, they need to just step in because a lot of people need help. It seems like multiple countries is coming in to help. All right, so But this is the big breaking news. Another one has struck. 5.6. Give me a second here. Let me go back on X and see if I can find any more information. Yeah, so the USGS just put out this information here. The USGS earthquake says notable quake, preliminary info, magnitude 5.6, 36 kilometer west-southwest of Islamabad, Afghan. Okay, guys, so far this is all the information here. But you guys get the picture. There's some earthquake happening in diverse places. Afghan is like the big one so far. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please share the video and send prayers to many, many people out there. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.